All right. So we are live.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, everybody. My name is Chris. I'm here with Kathy and Amanda from List Perfectly. We go by Ginger Marvin and Amanda, obviously, from List Perfectly. Thank you so much for coming to our live tonight, where we're going to be asking Amanda. Clara, unfortunately, wasn't able to make tonight. Something came up, and that happens, as we all know. But we do appreciate very much that Amanda is here and giving us the time. I know it's fairly late. We had to go a little bit later than usual just because our kids and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and ask Amanda a few questions, and we have some giveaways to do.
And if you guys have any questions, you can just type them in the chat.
Yeah, definitely.
I think someone from their team might be in the chat to answer, but also we will pull them. We can see them as well. So
yeah.
All right.
Well, I am thrilled to be here. Thank you guys. Really, this is great. I love your channel.
Oh,
Thanks,
you.
Amanda. We love List Perfectly.
We love your product.
Yeah. So thank you so much for your time. We're gonna maybe ask a couple questions until we get some questions up on the chat here. But yeah, like, when did you guys start List Perfectly?
Yeah, gosh, it's one of my favorite questions to answer because, I'm just like you. When I was watching a few of your videos and I saw your going out and sourcing, and I see your inventory system behind you. I see, all the things that you're doing to share your sales with the community. And I love that. I've been selling online since 2003. And I always dreamed of a tool like List Perfectly. Back in the day, it was just eBay that I was selling on. And there really wasn't a lot of other marketplaces or options. So it was a gradual evolution. First, we needed to get our website. And then we were like, okay, we have all this eBay inventory. How are we going to get it over to the website and manage that? It just seems like a lot. So it's slowly but surely, we just started evolving List Perfectly. We added the website, and then we bridged our inventory between the two. And then we thought about templating to make listing faster. And we added that. And it's just been continual since then. List Perfectly was launched and to everyone in 2019, and here we are today. But I think I'm alone right now, so I don't know if I'm still live. But anyway, I guess I'll just keep talking here until they join again. But yeah, so List Perfectly is it's a listing tool, and we help you to list faster and then sell across multiple marketplaces. So we started off back in I would say about 2011 with this kernel of an idea. We wanted to list faster. So I actually had a bunch of templates that I made in a Word document, and I got up to like 600 of those. So I was like, okay, this is kind of out of control. We sold vintage clothing, Clara and I, my co-founder. And so really, when you sell vintage clothing, you've got history behind that piece of clothing. You've got sizing and measurements and all this information that you need to convey to your buyer in order to make a sale. So I had a bunch of these templates and I wanted to organize them. So I thought, okay, I should put that into a site. And that was a really basic site that we built to help us list faster with templates. And then from there, we got the other stuff going. But you know what? I'm going to leave the studio just in case they need to restart this again. But I'll come back to you guys. You're live. All right. I see that Kathy and Chris are coming back, so we're gonna work this out. But in the meantime, I'll just keep telling you about.
All right. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah.
All right. I don't know why my camera is not turning on. So sorry. Our computer completely just froze and shut off. Thank you so much. There we go.
Okay.
All right, man.
Oh
I'm so sorry about that, guys. Thank you so much, Amanda, for carrying it. And sorry we missed the answer to your question.
No worries. You know, I'm glad you're back because I could just keep going on and on and on.
So hopefully that doesn't happen again.
That hasn't happened in so long. Our computer used to freeze almost daily, and it's not in months. Of course, it is today.
Yeah. All right. So
I just want to share with you, you know what? You're not alone. I mean, we live in a digital age, right? I mean, weird things happen with computers and websites. I mean, how many times do we see that one of the marketplaces, like right when we're listing, it goes down? I mean, it happens.
Yeah. So
you're
thank
in good
you
company
for being patient with us, guys. So let's see.
Hi to some people.
Yeah, we'll say hi. We got Alex in the chat. It looks like she's as List Perfectly. We got Tommy's here, and Anna, Christina. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I'll ask another question real quick, and then I'll check through our comments to see if we have any questions. But what are some of the key features for List Perfectly, Amanda?
Yeah, so I was giving a long-winded answer before, but I'll try to sum it up now. Really, you know, some of the main features that we have obviously are cross-posting. That's what most people know List Perfectly for. We were the first service to ever figure out how to get from, you know, over to Poshmark and Mercari. And we could go from eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari. That's what we launched with back in 2019. And that is what everyone is really excited about. However, we do a lot more than that. And, you know, some of the features that we offer are templating. And so we did that so you could list faster. You create your own templates that are in your words with, you know, the way you want your shop to sound, the way you want your items to sound. And as you go up in plans, the templatings get more and more sophisticated, if you will. You can really control every single aspect of your templates. Then we offer sales analytics. If you want to keep track of your cost of goods sold, you want to keep track of your sales, what marketplaces you sold on. It's really easy to just quickly enter that information. And as a seller, I would keep up with this every day. I mean, you might be different. You might want to do it once a week. It's entirely up to you. But we do offer sales analytics. Mm-hmm. We give you the ability to, if you list on our catalog, you can, and what that means, I'll explain that. We actually store your listing. So I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but it's happened to us where we would suddenly be missing listings on a marketplace. And the really cool thing about List Perfectly is you have the option, you're not required, but you have the option to either create your listings on our site and then send them to marketplaces, or you can import them to List Perfectly. And it's like a safe for your listings. They're protected, they're safe. If anything happens, you're doing inventory and you found something fell out of inventory, you don't have to recreate that listing. You can just push it out again. It's safe there. We offer a lot of photo editing tools, and this is relatively new for List Perfectly. We worked really hard on our image manager so that, you know, you can, depending on your plan, you can use the photo room background remover. We offer that included in the pro plan. We offer filters. So if you want to apply a filter to your photo to just give it a little pop, you can do that. You can crop. And a really cool feature that we included with crop is, you know, most marketplaces now, they like images in square shape. You don't have to, you can put them in any shape you want, but we give you a square crop tool. So you can crop right to a square shape. And I think that's pretty cool. And then, of course, rotating your photos. You know, there are so many things you can do with List Perfectly. And the other thing, it's not really a feature, but it's my favorite thing about List Perfectly is you can customize it to work the way you want. We're not going to tell, of course, you joined List Perfectly. Everything out of the box is going to work fine. But if you work in a certain way, you can customize your workflow on List Perfectly. We're not going to force you to do things the List Perfectly way.
Yeah, that's one thing that I really love about List Perfectly, because we've been using it since the beta since you guys,
2019.
yeah,
Wow.
you had invites and we got on the invite list.
That's
and
awesome.
We kind of grew with List Perfectly. We started out with a simple plan,
Yep.
and got used to it and figured it out, and then get upgraded to the business plan to do the bulk, cross listing, and then we've recently gone up to the business or the pro plan. So.
Yeah, so I haven't even used that to it.
Yeah, we're still learning that and
figuring it all out.
using it, trying to use it to its fullest. So,
but yeah, I love it. I love the measurement part. And I haven't even used the photo. I do photo room on my phone. I haven't even tried it in List Perfectly yet, but I need to.
Yeah, and that comes with like what 500 edits. Yeah, so
500 per month. So it resets every month.
Right.
That's awesome.
Which we only do like the first
I
photo
only
anyway.
edit
So
the first photo, so that would do my whole month.
Absolutely.
Pretty much.
So that's we've been longtime users and our viewers love List Perfectly and we love talking about it, and it's really been a huge game changer for our business. I think that's one of the big reasons why we've grown as we have is List Perfectly.
I love hearing that.
Yeah. Let's see. I know Alex is answering all these questions, but I kind of want to have some on screen so that, and if anybody's watching this back, they can kind of see what kind of things we're getting from the viewers. Let's see. Ellie asked, what is the difference between the different plans? I think you might have mentioned that a little bit, but.
Yeah, that is such a great question. So we love to think about List Perfectly as progressing in plans from easiest to let's say most sophisticated, right? Most feature rich. And if you are, let's say you want something simple and easy, go with the simple plan. The way we set up our plans are based on complexity. Like I said, it's data. So if you use the simple plan, you're going to get less features, but it's just easier. It's a lot easier to use. You can cross-post images, title, and description, right? And then when you go from one marketplace to another, you just have to fill out a couple of extra fields and hit publish, and you're done. It might add, a few more seconds to your workflow. I recommend this plan if you have a small shop, you have small inventory. You're really just a casual seller, right? Mm-hmm. You don't need a lot of features. As you start running a business, right, you really need this as a part-time income. You're relying more on the features. You're really relying on the cross-posting and everything. I do recommend the business or the pro plan. The business plan is going to give you more features such as the bulk listing tool. Now, this is one of my favorite tools.
That was the thing that was like amazing.
It's the level up.
Yep, absolutely. And again, none of these plans are capped, by the way. You are only limited by your devices, the quality of your devices and your internet connection. So we don't limit the number of listings you can store, even in the simple plan. It's unlimited. But with the bulk, when you cross post, you can select as many listings as you want. Keep in mind, though, results will vary based on the quality of your device and your internet. So what I always recommend is if you're excited about the bulk tool, start out with 3 listings, see how it goes. Cross post those. If you feel that it's going really well, then add some more next time. Add some more, and you're going to find your comfort level. We have some sellers that have like crazy fast internet and really high-end devices, and they can do like 200, 250 at a time. It's really
20 at a time.
I like to do 5 at a time because my brain's not that developed, right? Like I can't handle that much.
Yeah. But it depends on you, and so that's the business plan. The pro plan is my personal favorite plan because what this has is, I was talking earlier about the templates. Well, we put a lot of thought and effort into templates and how to make listing faster, because the name of our game was listing for sales. We sold vintage clothing. We knew that we had to pump out inventory really fast and accurately. So we created advanced templates that would actually create a description, fills in that blank white box that we all have when we go to list. It's just that blank white description box. What am I going to put in there? Well, we just give you a few fields to fill in. You can template all of those, add a few features, and we're going to lay out your description in a professional way that actually instills trust in buyers, and it allows your buyer to scan your description and find the information that you need to make that buying decision. And we found that increased our sales by 50%. It gave us a higher resale value, so we could actually charge more for the listings that we sold. And, there's some sellers that they're constantly lowering prices and they're in a race to the bottom. Well, we as sellers, we were always at the top of our listing game because we put that extra touch on our listings, and we would make them look professional. So I can't recommend the Pro Plan enough. In addition, it comes with the photo room, background remover, and so much more.
Yeah.
I haven't even tried those templates yet for the description, but that sounds like something I need.
We
to
have been
work on
using
this
it for the
week.
measurements at
Mainly
least.
the measurements. That's already saved me a ton of time.
Yeah.
I love how it lays that out in inches and centimeters, and so
it's awesome if you sell international. If you sell international, that is key. Our international sales, when we did that, were at least 30% of all of our sales.
Wow,
that's awesome.
That is awesome. All right. So keep in mind, guys, we do have a couple giveaways to do later. So make sure you're around for that because you will have to be present for the giveaway. Let's see. This is a good question. Anna asked, when a listing is sold, the app will automatically delete itself from the rest of the platforms?
That's a really good question. So we are working on an automated delist, but right now it is a manual button that you click. So what we would do as sellers is every morning, or maybe every evening and every morning, we would just go through our sales, and then we would quickly end the listings that sold. And we found that just being consistent about that practice, there was like one occasion where we sold something that had already sold. And it was really because we listed what we didn't think was such a hot item. We simultaneously pushed it, and literally, it was seconds. It was within 30 seconds of each other. We got a sale on Etsy and eBay for the same item. And I mean, even if we auto delisted, there was no way that we just didn't know. Sometimes you don't know what you have, right? Yeah. And but I would just say, if you're diligent about just clicking that manual, just make it a practice every day, go through your sales and what you've got. It's not going to be a problem for you, but it is something that we are working on because we know there's a need for it.
Do you have a rough ETA on that, or is that like 6 months down the line, a year down the line?
Yeah, well, I can tell you it's going to be sooner than 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Man, Alex has been doing great answering all these questions.
Alex is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, someone asked how many can you list a month, and she said unlimited. So that's.
I didn't see that one. Let's see, sorry. I know you guys have been interviewed by like Forbes and all that, and sorry, we're not on that par. We rarely do any live. So
I feel like I'm talking to real resellers. This is my favorite interview. I love it.
Let's see. Do we have to update when sold? I think that's the same. Yeah. So you do have to go in and click manually, but it does open up all the listings for you, and pretty much automatically deletes them for the most part in our experience. So like once you click that button.
Yes, I mean, sometimes it'll at least pop up the listing. So if for some reason it didn't end, I could just easily just do it myself.
Oh, this was at how many listings can you do a month? Yes, unlimited. That's awesome. Unlimited. No cap, even on the simple plan. You can do as much as you want.
And then Ellie's asking, do you guys have an app? And I mean, we know the answer, but I don't know why that would work.
Yeah, I would love to just say that while we don't have an app, you don't really need to. And I'll tell you why. What we find is you can use your phone to list So if you're on your phone, you're taking pictures with your phone, you can open up List Perfectly in your browser on your phone, upload your photos right there, just like you would do a normal listing. And what I prefer is just to get the photos into a listing and then come back later and actually draft the listing on my computer. And let's say you're at a restaurant and you just saw cha-ching, I sold something. You can do the same thing with marking sold. You can open up the List Perfectly site in your phone using the browser, and we give you links to all the marketplaces. You can touch each link and then end it right directly on the marketplace that way.
See, I didn't know that.
I haven't done it that way. I just usually manually go in and end them if I'm out and about, but
I'll tell you, that would be very helpful for something on
I did
Poshmark.
make a shortcut on my phone though, like, so it's not an app obviously, but like I made a little List Perfectly icon.
The web app icon.
Just so I get, and I like to do drafts when Chris is driving us somewhere, just putting drafts together. So
let's see. All right. I should probably be getting these ready while you're answering the last one. Let's see. Here's a praise of List Perfectly. Yeah, I love List Perfectly. We're converting our inventory from another program, and it has been wonderful.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Awesome. Welcome to the LP family.
Yeah. And if you haven't done so yet, definitely go check out their Facebook group. I'm telling you, like, if you have any questions or any problems.
Yeah, I saw someone said you guys have the best customer service, and
which we haven't even had to deal with. We haven't really had to deal with your customer service directly because it's just already, our questions are answered
by the time
on the
we
Facebook
realize
group.
there might be an issue, you've already put like a big note at the top of the screen or something. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I will say, if there is ever an occasion that you need to reach out to us, it's 24/7. We have a lot of self-help available because I know a lot of people list at 2 a.m, 3 a.m. So support, or even the group, people in the group are up all the time. It's amazing how many people are just answering questions. But just in case, you can go through our wizard. And I'm not kidding, 95% of all issues are resolved with the self-help wizard.
Here's a quick one. Just, we can answer this real quick. Can you bulk list off your phone or only computer? That is only the computer, just because it is an extension and you need Google Chrome, or you have, is it Microsoft Edge now you guys are on too?
Yeah, Microsoft Edge. And, I feel like that question is tricky because you need a computer to cross-post, but to list, I don't know. Do you mean like actually creating listings on List Perfectly? I'm assuming they're cross-posting.
Right. The bulk cross-post. Yeah, that would, you have to have the computer to do that. For now, who knows what the future holds? So I'm not saying, I shouldn't say that because that's, let's see. I'll ask another one of these questions while we have these questions prepared. Let's see. What is the LP catalog and why should we use it? Because we started and we didn't use the catalog for the longest time.
I just listened to Posh first because I thought it was the fastest.
Yeah.
And then I would take it from there. Well, and then just cross-post it to other places and never ever use the catalog.
Right.
Then I started still cross-posting to Posh first. Not cross-posting, just listening to Posh and then trying to pull my listings from Posh to your catalog. Then I realized the pictures were bad when I did it that way. And then I finally started using it the way it was designed, and it's been amazing. So.
Yeah, I love that you are asking that, because we give you the ability to list however you want. But one of the biggest benefits to using the List Perfectly catalog and let's say you want to create your listings right on our site first and then cross-post them. We're going to take the images that you upload to us and we're going to keep them in the best quality required by marketplaces. Right now, Etsy has the best quality images of all marketplaces, and they recommend a minimum of 2,000 pixels. I know that sounds techie, but all you have to know is that List Perfectly takes care of that for you. So you just upload your photos. As long as they're really good quality photos, we're going to keep a good quality that's going to look good everywhere. If you start with a marketplace like Poshmark, which really is more app-based, so what they're going to do is take your photos and resize them for an app. But then when you go to like eBay or Etsy they have more zoom tools with the images, unfortunately, those images are already really small, so you're not going to be able to take advantage of those zoom features on other markets. So that's number one. The I think by far the best reason to use the List Perfectly catalog, list on our site, and then cross post. The other thing is it is a protective safe or vault for your listings. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but sure it did when we were resellers. We would go and do inventory and things would be missing. I had I would come back with like at least 50 to 100 listings that were just gone. And just thinking, I mean, one or two, it's not so bad. But when you start adding up all that time and all those listings that just disappear and you don't know why on marketplaces, you really want some place that you can go to and get a backup copy and push it back out.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But other than that, when you cross post from List Perfectly, we're automatically gathering the item numbers from the marketplaces that you cross post to. So if you later on want to revise that listing, you want to mark it sold, we know where everything is. So we can help you do that. If you just go market to market, like from eBay to Etsy, right now, unfortunately, we don't have any way for you to link those two together. That's
Right.
coming in the future, but right now it is just with the catalog.
Okay. It's good to know that that's still coming in the future. You're still working on features for people who don't use List Perfectly to its, fullest or intended purpose, I guess. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
we have.
Answer this. So like my question was, because I've been deleting like if it's sold, delivered, rated, whatever, I already got paid for it, it's past the return, I usually delete. But I was reading a thread on the Facebook page recently that was like, don't delete it because of the data or whatnot. So is it obviously better to not delete solds?
Yeah, I like keeping all my solds there for everyone to see. It's a history. It's a history for your buyers. So, I mean, if anything, are you talking about if you're on Poshmark or something like that, or in your
Like,
LG
is there a benefit to keeping your sold listings in the catalog forever? Or
Yeah, there is. So it depends on what you sell. Like if you're resellers, you just never know when you're going to come across the same product again. Even stuff that you might have sold 2 years ago, you can search your catalog and say, oh, I listed that before. Here's my listing, and then you just duplicate it, and there's your new listing. It's really easy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Also, returns. If you sold something, and then you get it back as a return, it's nice to be able to just unmark that as sold and put it back out in inventory.
All right. Looks like we have another question here. Will you add more platforms in the future? You guys are always adding platforms.
I didn't even know how many platforms you guys still existed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we are always looking to expand. And we do take feature requests for platforms that you need. So if you're a List Perfectly customer, you can come to our site. There's a feature request box right in our main menu. You click it, and you can add your marketplace request right there. We're always scanning that and looking at.
I know I begged for Kitizen for the longest.
Yeah, we were begging for Kitizen because that's where she got started.
That was my initial platform before any others, pretty much. So.
Yeah, we love Kitizen.
Let's see. The Facebook group is very helpful. It absolutely is. Oh, this chat keeps bouncing around. All right. Don't forget to get your questions in the chat, guys, if you have any. Let's see. So this is something we don't talk about a lot, and that's the referral program. What is the referral program, and how do you sign up for it if you have, a following or anything that you can use to gain from that?
Oh, I love that question because any List Perfectly customer can become a referral member. And really all that means is you don't have to have a big following. You could literally just tell it to a friend. You want to share List Perfectly with your friend. You can join the program, create your own code, give that code to your one friend. And when your friend signs up and they're a customer of List Perfectly, you will get paid every month. And the reason that we do this, and we do this in perpetuity, as long as you are a member of List Perfectly and your friend is a member of List Perfectly, you will get paid in perpetuity. Why? Because we don't do any digital advertising. We're all word of mouth. I mean, we feel that the big search engine companies and big companies don't need more of our money. If anything, we want to give it back to our community. We want to give it to you and say thank you for referring us. So yeah, we don't pay any digital advertising. So we would prefer to pay you.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
It's amazing how far your company has grown too, just by word of mouth, like without any advertising other than just all of us. So
yeah. No, we don't have any investors. We've done all of this on our own, and we're resellers too. And we get it. We get you. We get what you do every day, and we can't thank you enough.
And it's crazy because you guys just started, you and Clara, if I'm not mistaken, and you've grown to a big team of people. I don't know how many you guys have, but you have. I know it's a big team, so that's very impressive and awesome to work with a company that can start from like that, and end up where you guys are, and then in the future. So that's awesome.
Yeah, everything that we make goes back into the company and that's why we're always growing. We're always adding features. We're doing this to make your lives easier, and we're trying to get things out there, improvements out there as quickly as we possibly can.
Yeah. So we have
and we've never raised prices either. Never. Not once.
That's true. And you've given more features for the same price.
Yeah, and I like that, like everything that is included in a price is just included in a price. You don't have like all these different add-ons
fees,
and things, so it makes it easy.
So Destiny from Retro by Destiny asked or says, I usually list on Poshmark first and cross post from there. If I cross post from another platform to Poshmark, it makes the size be in the custom field. Is there a fix for that?
Yeah, I love that question. The size, it really depends. Size is just one of those things that's category dependent, and it depends on an exact match being in Poshmark. So, a lot of times what we find is like there might be a 1X on one platform, and then on another for that category, there is not a 1X. There's a XXL or something. It's not an exact match. And so that is what we look for right now, is that exact match. If we can't find it, we're going to give you a pop-up and just let you know, hey, we put it here. But that gives you an opportunity to go in and quickly change it. And in a perfect world, there would be matches across platforms, but there just isn't. Like size is just one of those things. We sold a lot of international brands that had European numeric sizing. You can use that on eBay, right? I could say 56 for a sweater. I can't do that on some other marketplaces like, Facebook Marketplace. I mean, and everybody has a different view. They have different options, but that's just one example.
For sure. All right. Let's see.
That one, the catalog one question. So I think the catalog comes with all the plans, right? It's just that the Pro plans have more features that you can do the templates and different, like add more information to each listing.
Yeah, and it's important to note that you get the catalog with all plans, but the level of detail in your catalog will vary. So if you're a simple user, your catalog is only going to include your images, title, and description. It's really basic. As you go up in plans, we're going to get more features. And again, that's just, it's just, we designed List Perfectly to be built with complexity in mind. So everything is unlimited. So just keep that in mind when let's say you want to import a bunch of listings. We don't recommend starting out with the simple. If you're going to import listings that you already have, we actually recommend starting out with the highest plan, import your listings, and then if you want, you can downgrade from there. But at that point, we have more detail to work with your listings.
That's a very good point. Let's see, it works for Kitizen. Yes, it does work for Kitizen. It has for a while now. So I think it was probably like your, I don't know, 6th or 7th platform.
Yeah, I think we introduced Kitizen in, I want to say late 2019, maybe early 2020.
Let's Unlike others, I post to Poshmark first, add the catalog, and then cross-list from there. Yeah, and that's how we used to do it. We did run into like photo quality issues because Poshmark, it's an app and it doesn't have the high detail photos. And, switching to starting from List Perfectly has really helped our photo quality out.
Yeah, I can't recommend that enough. I love Poshmark. I think Poshmark is great, but you will definitely see a benefit if you start in your list. If you intend on importing into your List Perfectly catalog, I would just say skip that step, start in List Perfectly, and then push out from there.
Yeah, I was getting a lot of eBay people like, I can't read the size tag because it got so blurry from taking from Posh to List Perfectly to eBay or from Posh to eBay. And so then that's when we were like, we just got to do it the right way to begin with. The right way. I know it's not the right way, but
it reminds me of that old movie Multiplicity with I can't remember his name, but it was clones, right? So he like made a clone of a clone, and that clone was just okay, I'll stop talking about it. It's an older movie from like the 90s, but
someone's saying, how much does it cost? That's a good one.
Yeah. So Rose, how much does a LP cost a month? There's 3 plans as of right now. So
yeah, simple, $29.99 a month. Business, I'm sorry, no $99, $29 a month. Strike that. Yeah, I'm such a reseller. I'm thinking back to my reseller days when I would price things. No, it's just a flat. It's $29 at the simple, $49 for business, and $69 for pro. And that is a monthly subscription, so it renews every month.
Yeah. So let's see how good your memory is. What are the platforms List Perfectly currently has? You have a lot of them, so.
Oh my goodness, this is like naming the 50 states for me sometimes.
Yeah, but I think you have at least twice that.
Yeah. We have 12 right now. Let's see if I can get them all. So there is Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, Etsy, TradeZ, Citizen, Facebook Marketplace, Grailed, Heroin, Instagram, Shopify, and I know I'm missing one. I gotta look at the wheel. I gotta do it. I gotta cheat. Sorry, guys.
Better than I would have ever thought I could do. So.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm definitely. But no, it's. There's 2 more. There's 2 more. They're really important. It's 2 more, and I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I know I put you on the spot there.
Did you say Depop? Depop is.
Thank you. Yes.
Depop.
That'd probably be our next one we branch out to if we ever do another one.
Yeah, we just found out today that Heroin is shutting down.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Yeah.
A bummer. I remember one shut down a couple years ago too, right? A different app that you guys used to have, but
I can't remember what it was called, but yes, I remember.
Just before he added Citizen. So I was like, cool. Room for Citizen now.
Let's see. We have Cha-Ching King saying List Perfectly is his cross-posting app. Or hers. It is his. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's a question that could probably be answered at the Facebook group, but what's going on? I was using List Perfectly cross-posting yesterday and noticed today I had some of my items got copied 2 times. That could be like a number of problems going on there, right?
Yeah, you know what? One of the biggest culprits for that we found is extension conflict. And without knowing more, it's really tough to say. Believe it or not, yeah, extension conflicts are a real thing. And I would just reach out to our support team. Right from the List Perfectly site, you can click Get Support, run through the troubleshooting steps like we talked about earlier. 95% of all issues are resolved when you follow the steps. You don't even need to talk to our staff. You just follow the steps, and the double cross posting, whatever is going on. One of the steps is to check the extensions that you have running. Just try disabling them. You don't need to delete them. Just disable them and see if it works any better for you. You clear your cache. All the steps are listed in there. But if all else fails, we'll help you get going. You just keep going through support, and one of our staff members will get back to you and we'll get you working.
And am I correct? You guys have 24-hour support, is that right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. If it comes to that, if you can't figure it out, their customer service is great. We've never had to experience that ourselves, but
I know a lot of people list, have full-time jobs and then list at midnight. So
yeah,
it's a good thing to have.
And when you have multiple platforms that are changing constantly, you guys always have to, hot fix things and do stuff whenever they have crazy change for no reason,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it happens more often than you'd know. But when that does happen, that is why I strongly recommend you having any problems, go to our tech support page, because we're going to list our current issues and really take a moment and review the current issues. It's probably going to give you a workaround or fix right there. So you don't ever need to talk to anybody. The fixes are all there. If that doesn't solve your problem, you answer a couple of questions. We give you some tips and tricks. We give you browser optimization, how to do that. And when all else fails, you can use our screen recorder, show us the issue. We'll be able to review it and get back to you with a solution.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we are hitting 41 minutes, and I know we're not going to keep you all night, obviously.
About an hour is kind of
not a problem. I could talk to you guys for hours, but I don't want to waste your time.
Keyword going.
Let's show off. I just joined List Perfectly. Game changer for sure. Awesome. Teresa said I'm actually cross-posting while watching the video, so that's awesome. Using it while learning about it. But yeah, we do have some giveaways to do, and should we do one right now at least? So this is going to be for a free month of List Perfectly. Let's see. Sorry, with the computer crashed. I had it all set up, and now I'm like having to redo this kind of stuff. But
hey, Nick picked thrift.
Oh, Nick picked thrifts in the chat. Awesome. Let's see. Share screen. And all right. So we're going to have a keyword of LP free. And it does not need to be all caps or anything like that. You just LP free. And we'll start collecting now. And you'll get one entry, so you don't have to spam it. But if you guys start typing LP free now, you can be entered to win a free month of List Perfectly. Looks like we got 2 entries so far. So we'll let that go for a minute or so.
Got any other questions?
Oh, I realized the marketplace that I forgot to share that we support. It's Tradesy.
Tradesy, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that one yet.
Yeah, we're about as much as we can manage with 5. We use List Perfectly for eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Kitizen, and Facebook Marketplace, which is our most recent one.
And almost every day I have at least one sale from each, and it's just crazy.
Wow, that's great.
All right, so we're up to 28 entries, so keep getting those entered in, guys.
We pretty much asked all of our questions.
Yeah. Let's see. So how long have you and Clara known each other? Where you didn't meet because of List Perfectly, right? You guys have been
No. We actually just met as I went to a friend's party, and she was actually the host. Somebody invited me, and it was back in the day when this was before everybody had their phones and they were listing on their phones. So I would carry my laptop around like a good reseller just to check in on what sold and keep up. And so I had my laptop and I opened it up in the middle of the party. I asked for a Wi-Fi. And she's like, "What are you doing?" It's a little weird to go to a party with a laptop. And I showed her my business, that I was an online reseller, and this is what I did. I'm looking at my sales. And she was like, what? So it was kind of intriguing from there. Her coming from a banking background, it was 2000, it was like in the housing crisis back in 2009 at this time. And she was in the mortgage industry. So we know what happened with that.
Yeah.
And it was actually just good timing. I mean, she was ready to jump on board and try something new and get out of a high stress corporate life, which is what I came from as well. I came from a very unfulfilling, very soul crushing job, and resale was a savior for me, honestly, and I think it was for her too. And so we formed a business together, and it's just been a great partnership ever since.
That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, so we're sitting at 34 entries. I'm going to go ahead and draw because I don't think we're getting any more right now. And this should pick it automatically for us. So let's see who's it going to be. Who's it going to be? Oh, Patricia. Awesome.
Congratulations.
So I'm going to write down your name just to make sure we keep this. But Patricia, are you on Instagram?
If you are on Instagram, if you message me, yay, she's over there. So yeah, we're just at Ginger Marvin on Instagram as well. Just message me your email and I will get it to them.
Let's see. Is she responding? Sorry, yay, OMG. So that's cool. Let's see. Are you on Instagram, Patricia? If not, we can figure something else out. I don't know if you said yes or not, but there's lots of chats going. Oh, she gave her email. Okay, I'll write that down real quick. Alamo. I guess I shouldn't say it out.
I mean,
for the replay. All right, Patricia, we will get an email sent to you and with some instructions, and we'll figure that all out. Oh my God. All right.
Does anybody else in the chat have any questions that we've missed?
Yeah, if we missed question, I know the chat was
going fast at one point.
Been kind of jumbled around since the crashing of our computer.
I know we asked all of our questions.
Let's see. Oh. Let's see.
Someone's saying you miss Amazon. I don't know. I know that like Amazon, I think, is different than kind of the normal reselling platforms.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're talking about that. So the reason, if you're an LP customer, it's not actually in the platform list of platforms that we support. It's really for your record keeping purposes. And this was a request from Amazon sellers that they just have a place where they can track their sales on Amazon and just any listings that they would have on Amazon. So you can actually manually put in a link over to whatever the item is on Amazon. So you keep track and you can keep track of your sales. But it is something that we are looking for actually integrating in the future.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I want to try Amazon, but I'm terrified.
Yeah. I feel like Amazon's a little too cutthroat for for us. At least the way we've heard about it.
On eBay yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's definitely different in the way that they list. I mean, you have to list from their catalog, so you don't get a lot of flexibility in the photos or how creative you want your listings to look. You pretty much have to find it in their catalog or create a new listing, but it's just a different process.
Mm-hmm. Cha-ching King, no questions. Just want to say I love LP.
Oh, thank you, Cha-ching King.
Let's see. The middle option provides. We did talk about the different platforms. I don't think we're going to answer it again here just because we're running out of time. We have a few giveaways to do. But definitely go check the playback, and you can see exactly what Amanda had said about the different tiers.
Yeah, and if you go to liveperfectly.com, it's going to give you a demo video and a list of all the features right there. Go to our pricing chart.
That's a better option.
The best part about the middle plan is the bulk cross posting, in my opinion.
Let's see. All right. So we were going to.
I'm not sure. So.
Amanda, were we good? I know we talked a little bit before. We didn't get a finish. But are we good for what we were talking about?
Yeah, let's do it.
The 4 things. So
wait,
we got
all 4 of the things, or just the first I don't want to do it if it's not.
Okay, let's how about we give away did we do 3 months free?
That was a 1 month free.
That was a month. Let's do a 3 month free.
Okay. Does it just go with the same ones, or do they have to type it again?
We'll probably have to type it again. And Patricia, unfortunately, you're not gonna. I don't know if it'll let you enter, but if you win, we will re-roll just to make it fair, so that other people can win.
Do you want to do a different word, or maybe like just giveaway?
Maybe 3 months.
Just in case on that. Well, the other thing too is already left.
So let's type in. Let me share this again. Type in that 3 months to enter for 3 months free of List Perfectly. I'll change this real quick. All right, looks like we got 17 entries already. Keep in mind, guys, it does enter you one time. It will not let you enter as many times, so you don't need to spam it multiple times. And I don't think it's cap sensitive. You know, it can lowercase or all caps. I think it should be fine. We'll give that a couple minutes. So do you still resell, Amanda?
I really wish I did. I miss it. I'll be honest. I see your inventory in back of you, and I'm like, oh, I miss my reseller days. I'll tell you what. Unfortunately I am just too busy these days to source and list and ship, and I really wish I could though.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I had a really good time. Traveled all over the world sourcing, and it was a really good life.
Yeah.
Cha-ching King is asking if he wins, can he donate it? But I think even if he's already a paid customer, would you just credit for like the 3 months if he was the winner?
You know what? We're happy to honor Cha-ching's wishes. If you have someone that you wanted to gift it to, that's entirely up to you.
Cha-ching King, I would say if you give us the name, if you happen to win, we'll go ahead and give them that free month if that's what happened. Or the 3 months. Yeah.
I think that's a really kind offer. I'd love paying it forward.
All right. We're going to draw this here in another 10 seconds or so. So if you haven't entered, go ahead and enter 3 months to try to win 3 months free of List Perfectly. And all right, I'm going to go ahead and draw right now, guys.
I don't know why I get so nervous.
I know, I'm like,
all the names on the screen.
I'm nervous.
Laura
Gillette.
Congratulations, Laura.
So Laura, if you want to message me on Instagram, your email, if you have Instagram,
see, are you still in the chat? Let's just get a confirmation. I don't see you yet. Oh, I see you entered right there. Just
Right. I was like, it's only been like 10 minutes. How could you be gone?
yeah, like
So-
a minute ago.
Laura, congratulations. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there you are.
So, yeah, Laura, are you on Instagram? If you are, just let us know and then send us a DM with your email address, and we'll get you guys, or we'll get you hooked up.
So my team has let me know that if we have time and wanted to do another giveaway, we can give away 3 T-shirts.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, we have time, so we're good for whenever. We just want to respect your time. Let's see. So yes, all right, Laura. So yeah, just DM us on Instagram, and we will hook you up.
They will hook you up.
They will. Yeah, we'll
All right.
All right. So a free T-shirt. I don't know how to redo this. So
I love the team's comment.
All right.
Okay, if you he's keeping it.
I was gonna wear my T-shirt, the one that you're wearing today, and I couldn't find it. I think I wore it a few days ago. It's probably in the dirty laundry.
All right.
That's how you spelling T-shirt.
Should I not spell it that way?
Just put like a normal.
Make it
person.
easy. Is it not with 2 E's? See, I'm not a. Make sure I put the R in that word. All right, so guys, the code to enter for a free T-shirt is T-shirt. So type T-shirt in the chat and enter to win a free T-shirt. And the same thing applies. It does not need to be caps or anything. It should be. You should enter either way if you have caps or no caps or whatever. It's a lot of logistics with a live. Like I said earlier, we don't do too many lives actually, and we'd like to get into doing more live streams, but
I want to do more like live listing with showing like the list perfectly as we're using it. Like
we did that one on our last live. We were showing how we
but I got distracted chatting and then didn't really list. So you'd have to chat and I could list.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
We're definitely going to be using List Perfectly in our lives in the future.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I love seeing all the different ways that you can use List Perfectly, and every time I see someone using List Perfectly, I notice that everybody uses it a slightly different way, and you use it the way it works for you.
Yeah.
But then I always feel like I'm doing it wrong. Wait, they're doing it different, but it's not bad.
Nope.
All right, guys, we're going to go another 10 or 15 seconds. It looks like it's stopping at 31 entries. So if you, okay, we got some scam stuff in here.
Yeah, the joys of the internet.
I didn't mean to. It moved.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go ahead and draw this right now, guys, and see who wins the shirt.
Rose, congratulations.
Rose, do you have Instagram?
Let's see. Yeah, Rose, you're here. So let us know. Do you have Instagram so that you can DM us? You don't. All right. How do we want to do? I wish YouTube had like a direct message.
Like
Let me just tell you.
Like, so you don't have to put your email in the chat or something. I don't know. What do you think? Do you guys have
Rose? Yeah, Rose. Why don't you go to listperfectly.com and just reach out to us in our contact form.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So did you say t-shirts? Did you want to do another one, or was that just the one shirt?
I'm getting the chat.
Yeah.
Scammers.
I could be here all night with you guys. I love it. I love it. But I think we might be out of time.
We're right at an hour, so awesome.
Yeah.
Let me put this back here. Guys, thank you so much for entering for the giveaways
Thanks for
being here, asking the great questions. And Amanda, thank you so much for spending the time with us and answering questions from our community and all that. And thanks for having this perfectly available for us. It's really leveled up our business and many of our viewers' business, and it's making us money. You know, that's how can you be mad at something that helps make you money, right? So.
It's such a pleasure to be here with you guys. One of my favorite people to talk to are resellers. You guys are all near and dear to my heart, and this is why we do what we do every day. We are you. We lived your life. We know what you do every day, and we just want to make it better and easier for you. And we all want to make money. We want to help you make money, more money.
Yeah. Awesome. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to call it here. And, we kind of mentioned a little earlier, we're going to be doing more lives, and we will be using List Perfectly on those lives. So if you're interested in learning more on how we use it, just unadulterated and unfiltered, just kind of as we're working, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and stick around for when we do lives. We were planning on doing more lives, over the past couple of weeks, but we had a 2-week fall break with our kids, and they've been home. So they're back at school now. So we're able to start scheduling this stuff out more in the future. So,
and we do have our link below. If you didn't win a free month this time, but want to try it out, our link's always in all of our videos. Yeah. You'll get 30% off your first month. I'd recommend, if you want to try it out, is start with that $29 plan. You can always upgrade a little bit later if you find it useful. I can't imagine you don't find it useful if you start it. So, you could essentially get your first month for around $20 with our code. So, and we're happy to answer any questions like in our normal YouTube comments and stuff if you have any. So,
what is your code?
Ginger. Just Ginger.
Yeah. Ginger. Okay. Yeah. Use code Ginger.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.